afternoon everybody. This is a number 5 Meccano set that's over 100 years old. I say set, it's not quite complete, but it's been in my collection for about 8 to 10 years, something like that. Now I come across this set with another one at a society, a Meccano society I used to be in, and on one of the meetings, one of the shows they did, there was an auction. I think these were left by a former member, and I think that person had died sadly, and the family was moving a few things on. And these were donated to the society and auctioned for society funds. To my mind, the first point to the auction is that, for society funds. So the sets, the one set's quite nice. I think that's completely complete, and we'll come on to that at a future date. And this one had a certain amount of missing parts, but of course Meccano being Meccano, most of those parts should be easy to source. Maybe not in the right colour, but you can add to it and still build the models as per the set. So come the auction, and there was only really me and one other chap bidding for the auction. It started quite low, and cut a slightly longer story short, I won this for 55 quid, and I thought that's cheap. I asked the chap why he stopped bidding, and he said because I didn't think I could compete with you. Well, it wasn't a competition in the normal sense, it was just to get as much funds for the society as possible from what was 2 sets, this being one of them. So I don't get that attitude. Obviously we've all got budgets and all that, so I get that, but it was the not so much the answer I got, it was the style of the answer, if you like. I thought, well, needless to say, I'm not in that society anymore for another reason, which is a very long story, and to be honest, I'm glad I'm not. What did come out of it in good was a couple of sets, and this is one of them. And I haven't looked at this. I know there's a list in there of missing parts. I haven't looked at this for 5 or 6 years probably, so let's have a look at it ourselves. Quite a large box. Of course, this was a time when money was actually spent on some nice packaging, not just a box with a few plastic bags inside. Of course, Meccano was very expensive really, but just to give you an idea, it is, where are we, 22 inches give or take. Front to back is 13 inches, which is 33 centimetres, and I don't know, inch and a half, 40mm deep. Got a little tab here, we'll open it up and have a look inside. Oh, it's finally gone. Oh no, I'll tell a lie. It was removable, that must have been a bit stuck, so there we go. We'll have a look at the box lid in close up first. It's I've actually built that. That's one of the World War I era models. Sorry about the shine. But yeah, built that. Well, of course, I think I got that from a 1916 booklet online, but yeah, same period. Made out of more modern parts. Still together, although looking a bit dusty and a bit worse for wear. May take that apart at some point, but it's quite impressive for a skeletal model. But yeah, we'll take that. I thought that was hinged, obviously not. Oh, it says circa 1914. Well, 1914-15. I thought it did have a booklet with it, but I can't recall that one. But there are stuff online, which I'll dig one out and we'll show you some of that. 2 funnels are missing. 6 hanks of cord. The instruction book says here, the following items may not be from the 1914 period. Some nuts and bolts and spring clips, the screwdriver and spanners. Yeah, I mean, the screwdriver is just your normal wire one. The following period items are included or not believed to be part of number 5. 1 extra 20 tooth pinion. 3 octagonal couplings, so there must be different couplings as standard. 2 36 tooth sprockets, small boss. 2 18 teeth sprockets. Compared to what you used to get, or what later you got in a 5, of course all this is nickel. It's amazing. I mean, the parts, I mean, I said Meccano was expensive back in its heyday, if you like, which would have been, I suppose, 1920s and 1950s. But I mean, this is just a. I'm struggling to grab them. There's that many in the box, but these 5.5 inch strips, loads of them, 3.5, 3 inch. Look, nice condition too. Not all stamped by the looks of it. I don't know if all the strips were stamped back then. They do seem thinner though than a bit later on. Easier to bend, of course, not that we're going to be doing that if we can help it. Flange plates of the early version without the ends. Spanner is got very large Meccano branding on that. This one smaller and slightly worn, but not that it really matters. It is a set you can still use. It's not one. None of my sets are to keep pristine. Eventually I'll get round to using them all. Some the propeller blades, look, a bit mangled, but just look at those. Like somebody's made them out of a thin spoon. But big crease, but there's no real rust to speak of. Got a couple of cranks here. Anything else? Was that the coupling for railway wagons? Something like that? Can't remember. Never really looked at that part. 5L strips. Yes, they are quite light compared to what I'm used to, but yeah, 5L strips galore. There's plenty more in there. Smalls, you know, angle brackets, etc. Probably. Oh, the slightly larger double bracket, 1 inch by 1/2 inch. Fish plates. More slightly larger than smalls. Double angle strips. Got some chain. Some sprockets, they're nice. More flange plates, the 5L by 7L. A little bit well used, one of them anyway. And some windmill sails, very nice. A little box of treasure really. So there we are in full, plus the tin of parts, which we shall have a look in shortly. We've got 12.5 inch strips and angle girders here. There's 14 strips and 12 angle girders. The longer axles, all the other axles are over to the top right there, and your 5L strips. Nuts and bolts, and I've put the screwdriver in. I don't think that's going to be the screwdriver for this set, but of course it will do. Doesn't look too bad condition. Spanners, of course, put that all together there. Now I've lifted this blue card back out and it looks homemade to me. The reason why I say that, because it looks like somebody was marking to bodge all more holes and didn't manage to complete the job, so there's a couple of parts that are not secured. Most of them look okay. One of the flange wheels has got a bit of a ding in it, but I've got loads of them I can replace, which is a good thing. But this period of course has the screw fittings to the bosses, not the keyways. That's gone by this period. Smalls across there, flange plates, sprockets. I've moved the propeller blades, chain, more flange plates. I've got one over there actually. I was going to put that one there, but as it doesn't fit, we'll leave it over here. We'll make some room for it there. Double angle strips, 1 inch by 2.5 inch and 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch. Put the cranks in there. Double bent strip. More strips, various sizes between, or I should say beyond the 2.5 inch up to 5.5 inch. And some sector plates. So this box is not from this period. Can you tell why? I'll give you a few seconds to have a think about it. Can you tell why this box is not from this period of the set? Look at the colour of the crane on the box. It's red and green, so that'll be 30s pre blue and gold. Let's have a look anyway, see what's inside. Oh, it's a nice hello. a nicely fitting box, not too tight, not too loose. Some 1/2-inch pulleys, bossless clips. What we got here? Ah, that's off a slot. That's a slide piece, isn't it? That's the first one I've ever had of those. Nice. Hooks, collars, and that's about it. Don't see any washers, unless what we got there. Oh, fork piece. I think that's the first one of them we've got as well. Don't see any washers unless they're in with the nuts and bolts. So there you go, folks. A circa 1914 number 5 Meccano set, 110 years old, at least for the most part. Bye for now.